Enumerating SMTP. Task number 6. Let's get started. Before we begin, make sure, alright, this is the usual stuff. We just deploy the machine on the VPN as usual. And if you're using the attack box, just wait 5 minutes or so. Enumerating server details. Poorly configured or vulnerable mail servers can often provide an initial foothold into a network, but prior to launching an attack, we want to fingerprint the server to make out targeting as precise as possible. We're going to use the SMTP version module in Metasploit to do this. As its name implies, it will scan a range of IP addresses and determine the version of any mail server it encounters. Enumerating users from SMTPs. The SMTP server has two internal commands that allow the enumeration of users. Verify, confirming the names of valid users, and EXPN. VRFI, confirming the name of valid users, and EXPN, which reveals the actual address of users, aliases, and lists of mailing lists. Using these SMTP commands, we can reveal a list of valid users. We can do this manually over a telnet connection. However, Metasploit comes to the rescue again, providing a handy module appropriately called SMTP enum that will do the legwork for us. Using the module is a simple matter of feeding it a host or range of hosts to scan and a word list containing usernames to enumerate. Let's use MSF console to start Metasploit because it will take a bit and then we can continue. Requirements. As we're going to use Metasploit for this, it's important that you have Metasploit installed. It is installed by default on Kali Linux, which we have, and Parrot OS. However, it's always worth doing a quick update to make sure that you're on the latest version before launching any attacks. You can do this by simple sudo apt update and accompanying update if any are required. Alternative, it's worth noting that this enumeration technique will work for the majority of SMTP configurations. However, there are other non-Metasploit tools such as SMTP user enum that work even better for enumerating OS level user accounts on Solaris via the SMTP service. Enumeration is performed by inspecting the responses to VRFI, EXPN, and RCPT, two commands. This technique could be adapted in future to work against other vulnerable SMTP daemons, but this hasn't been done as of time of writing. It's an alternative that's worth keeping in mind if you're trying to distance yourself from using Metasploit, for example, in preparation for OSCP. Now we've covered the theory, let's get going. Answer the questions. First, let's run a port scan against the target machine, same as the last time. What port is SMTP running on? Okay, cool. Let's open a new tab and say here nmap. On this port we go for, let's scan, actually no, let's not mention anything there, and let's just say here a uppercase A, and then let's place a T4. Okay, we'll go like this and hit it again. Okay, we'll cancel that and use again T4. All right, until that will finish, we'll move on. Okay, now we know what port we should be targeting. Let's start up Metasploit. What command do we use? Okay, so in order to start Metasploit, you have to use, let's open a new tab, MSF console, this one, MSF console. We'll start Metasploit. If you would like some help on practicing Metasploit, TryHackMe has a module on Metasploit that you can check out over here. Well. Hello, beautiful. We'll do this. We'll do everything in there. The command to open it is MSF console. Let's search for the module SMTP. What's its full module name? Well, we'll jump. Actually, we can see it over here. The nmap scan has finished. We have two open ports, 2225 SMTP is on port 25. We are searching inside Metasploit. We go for search SMTP version. And here we have it. What we see over here, let's paste this. What we see over here is basically from the auxiliary scan, inside scanner, inside SMTP, inside SMTP version, we can find the SMTP script that we want. If you can see, we are under user share Metasploit framework on our local machine, modules, auxiliary, then we go to scanner SMTP, right? We go for scanner SMTP and then SMTP version. You can see it over here, a Ruby script. So basically this is the location from our local machine. You can search any script you want inside the Metasploit and just read more about them. Great, now select the module and list the option. How do we do this? Okay, basically I think I missed one step to explain. After you power up Metasploit, you just use the keyword search and then the keyword that you are looking for. SMTP version was in our case. After the result, you just say use, and you can see over here an ID, use 0. Now, if I press enter, you can see that automatically loaded that script. So, how do we use this? Select the module and list the options. Actually, here you can see for info 0, we can see more information about this script. Use 0 will use our script, will load our script, and then use the long version. The full name is also, it will do the same as using the short version of the command. All right, so now list the options. Well, basically we just say options. Here we say options again. Have a look through the options. Does everything seem correct? What is the option we need to set? Well, that will be our host, I think with plural. Yes, that was our host. As you can see over here, required. You see here 4 tabs, right? The names of the commands that we'll deal with. Current settings, we have nothing. We have nothing for our hosts. We have for port and threads. Required. Well, what command is required? All 3 of them. And here you have a short description for all the commands, right? So in order to set our host, which is the target host or hosts, see the docs of Metasploit for further information, right? So in order to use that, we say set our hosts. You can actually autocomplete with tab, and that this is 10, 10, 210, and 199. And you can see here a little display of that, but if you say options again, you can see that current settings is set. Set that to the correct value for your target machine, then run the exploit. What's the system mail name? All right, we just say run. Auxiliary module complete. Here we can see it right over here. Boom. Polo smtp.home. What mail transfer agent MATP is running the SMTP server? This will require some external search. We can see here SMTP postfix. Postfix is a hugely popular mail transfer agent designed to determine routes and send emails. This cross-platform server is open source, free, and suitable for installation on the majority of Unix-like operating systems. Good, we've now got a good amount of information on the target system to move on to the next stage. Let's search for the module SMTP enum. What is a full module name? Okay, we know the procedure by now. In order to, you can actually search, use search SMTP enum, and it will display, or if you say exit, for instance, it will take you out completely of MSF Metasploit. So for this, we have to say again MSF console. Actually, you can see now how much it will take to load. That's it. All right, and search okay, we know the drill. Use 0, right? And as you can see, we can just use the keyword back to go to the previous, let's say, window. Now we'll say again use 0 and options. Let's see what we have to set in here. We have our hosts, we have the port, which is good, we have the thread. Okay, all good. We also have preloaded a word list. So for here we say use, actually sorry, set, we'll say here set our hosts to 10 10 to 10 199. I presume if we use the G flag, we can set the host globally. Let me see. Yes, I was correct. So in order to use it globally, you just say set gr hosts 10 10 10 10 10, and then for any loaded script, your r host will be preloaded. In order to see that, we'll say here search. Actually, let's go for HTTP. Say search headers. We'll say use 10 options. For our host, you can see our IP set, right? Cool. Back to our things. This is the entire path. Boom. We're going to use top usernames, shortlist txt word list. All right, select. We find it over here. We have also the command to install it, which we'll use right now. Let's open a new tab. Let's paste this and download it. Okay, that's done. Control Shift. Okay, we'll just manually paste it over here. Okay. As you can see, it was changed. What option do we need to set the word list path? Okay, user file. Once we've set this option, what is the other essential parameter we need to set? Our hosts, as we know by now. Now run the exploit. This may take a few minutes. Grab a cup of tea and whatever else you want. And then we'll say options to make sure that everything is set. And there you go. User found, administrator. Exactly the perfect one. All right. Now that finished, what's the name returned? The perfect username, administrator. Amazing.